So we hear a lot of complaints these days, especially from women, that men are not stepping into divine masculinity, that they are stuck in their feminine energy and they're not real men anymore like they used to be, and all of this. So let's look at what's happening on a deeper level and why this is. So here are 6 reasons why I think this is. First one is men are often still very shamed for embracing their true feminine energy. Now, you might say, Hannah, we're talking about masculine here. But there's 2 energies, feminine and masculine, and they work together. So if you want to embrace your masculine energy for any of us, you have to be very comfortable with embracing your feminine energy. Now, the thing is, because we have shamed men for embracing their feminine energy, which means they're being energy, maybe they're just being, they're not always taking action and go, go, go. Maybe it's for embracing their softness, their emotions. Like, do you know many men that still feel very comfortable and free to express their emotions and their feminine side? Probably not, because we still shame them. When I say we, I mean we as a society. So we have come a long way in that realm, but we're definitely still not there yet. Women have been more free and able to embrace their masculine energy than men have actually been able to embrace their feminine energy. Let's be real here. So what's happened then is, because they're shamed for embracing their true feminine energy, what's happened is it's been replaced by fake feminine energy. And this is my second point, which means basically getting dopamine hits and pleasure hits from somewhere. Maybe watching porn, maybe watching Netflix, maybe binging on content. And then it stops them from actually tapping into their true feminine energy, their being energy. And this is for all of us, by the way, but I'm just talking about men right now. So that brings me to my third point, which is a lack of purpose. Now, they have a lack of purpose, a lot of men, because of the first 2 points, because they're not able to embrace their true feminine energy. And then they're just masking it with their masculine energy, the mask of masculinity. So that might involve doing a lot of action in the world, being the protector, the provider, but actually that's not being connected to their deeper sense of self, which comes from their feminine energy. So if you're doing all those things in the world just to gain status or money, or to just be the protector or provider because you are expected to be, then there's a disconnection there. And it's not going to be fulfilling, and it's not going to be connected to a deeper purpose. So in order to connect that action in the world, that masculine action in the world, it needs to be connected and rooted in a deeper purpose, which comes from embracing your feminine energy, your true feminine energy. So that's the way that masculine and feminine energy work together. And, that's the law of opposites. That's the way the universe works. Like, if you want to be light, you need to be comfortable to embrace your darkness. And in the same way, for if you want to embrace your masculine energy, you need to wholeheartedly embrace your feminine energy. And this is for men and women. The fourth point is that women are also not in their divine feminine. So this makes it kind of hard for men to embrace their divine masculine, because there's not a lot of space there for them to step into their divine masculine. It's also tied into the other point about purpose. They have less purpose if women are overly in their masculine energy. And yes, we can't blame women, because women are responsible for themselves and men are responsible for themselves. Yes, but we are all one at the end of the day. We are interconnected. That is a reality. So one side affects the other. So if women were to embrace their divine feminine more, they inspire men to embrace their divine masculine, and they also leave the space for them to step into their divine masculine. The fifth point is separation. Mass separation everywhere between men and women and everyone in general. We're probably the most disconnected that we've ever been as a society. We're connected through technology, but not in real life. And we really need this. We are human beings and we need contact with each other, And I'm not talking about just finding that one person, that's why there's so much pressure on people to find this one love of their life, For a man wants to find this one love of his life so that he can finally be, free in his emotions. Or a woman wants to find, the man who is the love of her life so she can finally feel safe or whatever it is. And that's really not how it works. Like, that is toxic. That is what will lead people to be so separated. We're all supposed to be here for each other. It doesn't have to be one special relationship. We're all here for each other. And we need the physical touch. Like, to give you an example, I started doing acro yoga, where there's, two partners in yoga. And this has been so healing for me because it's the physical touch of men and women coming together and just interacting and touching each other in a normal way. It's not over sexualized or anything. You might have your ass in someone's face and, it's just normal. It's not a big deal. So this is what I believe, should be more widespread, women and men just, interacting together and connecting. And this brings me to my last point, which is the sexual shadow. So that means either sexual repression or over-sexualization. And this is a coping mechanism of the separation. It's a result of the separation between everyone. So, due to religion and other aspects, there's a lot of sexual repression where people are not expressing their sexuality at all. And I believe that we should be expressing our sexuality in a healthy way. And on the other side, there's the over-sexualization. So men are literally being targeted with, all this online content of porn and all of this that actually weakens them because it's not a true expression of women's sexuality, So they are seeing women as sexual objects. And then this in turn makes women want to use their sexual power against men. And then, that in turn makes men view women as sexual objects. And it goes round and round and round. And this ain't healthy. And this is going to keep them trapped. And basically getting those fake pleasure hits that I talked about at the start of the video, the fake dopamine and all of that. So it keeps them trapped in that and keeps them separated, keeps men and women separated because of this sexual shadow. So to sum it up, I don't think we can really blame men. I think they are victims of a system that doesn't serve them, just like us. The patriarchy suppresses feminine energy altogether. So within men and within women. And it is the suppression of this feminine energy that is causing us to be stuck and to not be able to step into our true power and our true potential. Men have hurt women in the past, and there's a lot of generational trauma there. But women have also hurt men, I think, particularly in that way that I said, that we have not seen men as the whole people, the whole souls that they are, allowing them to embrace both their feminine and masculine energy. And that's also what they did to us. They didn't see us as full souls when they wouldn't allow us to embrace our masculine energy. So it's really about coming back to wholeness on both sides. And then, and only then, can we tap into both of the separate energies and, come back to our core energy, meaning women in their divine feminine and men in their divine masculine, and then work together to create a better world. So that's how I see things. Let me know what y'all think. And for more topics like this one, subscribe to my channel and see you in the next video.